Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your daily advice for April 4th, 2017. Thank you for joining me. And as always, this is a general reading looking at the energies that surround us at this time, what we need to know about these energies in order to use them for our highest good. And since we're looking at energies, they will play out in different ways for different people. So I always encourage everyone to keep an open mind and take away the message of the reading and then apply it to your own situation if you feel that it speaks to that. Okay, so let's have a look at what the energies are for us today. It's definitely a message of coming to new beginnings, and we're asked to take a moment before we set out onto these new paths to think about what it is that we truly need with us on the new path and what it is that would just burden us unnecessarily. So our first card, our influence of the past on our current situation, is the Queen of Swords. So we keep seeing the Queen of Swords, don't we? So the Queen of Swords and the past as what is influencing us today. The Queen of Swords is someone who, she is very strong. She is the person people go to for help, for protection, for advice, because they know she will be honest and they know she will be fair. Excuse me. And so the Queen of Swords talks about a time in our lives when we've had to defend potentially other people around us, or stand up for other people around us, or help our loved ones or close ones or friends or family, or people we work with. It can apply to anything really, but the Queen of Swords is talking about a time in our lives when we stood up for others, okay, or we stepped in for others, okay, with this energy, because they saw us as someone who is strong and someone who could do anything and someone who could protect them and help them in whichever way they needed at the time with the Queen of Swords here. The energy for today is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups here is a new beginning. It is healing energy, refreshing energy. It is something that gives us emotional fulfillment, whatever it is that we're starting at this time, or whatever it is that we have the potential to start at this time. With the Ace of Cups here, it is about a new approach, and it is about ourselves and what works for us and what makes us happy. So today is about taking a step back from being there for everyone else with the Queen of Swords and coming back to ourselves with the Ace of Cups. Receiving divine blessings, receiving opportunities that are divinely guided for us, for our well-being. And you could say, that for some of us, this is rewards, divine blessings and rewards for having been so strong and helping others and trying to make a positive impact and a positive difference in the world. And so with the Ace of Cups today, it is about new beginnings, but we are asked to refresh our energy, our mindset, our emotional selves, our physical bodies, before we set out on this new path that is offered to us today with the Ace of Cups. On a more mundane level, the Ace of Cups can represent anything from making a new friend, to starting a new relationship, to starting a new job that we're very, very excited about and very hopeful and happy about. Making peace with someone, reconciling things, resolving situations so that we have a fresh approach, so we have a fresh start to situations as well with the Ace of Cups here. But whatever it is for us today that we have the opportunity of starting or restarting or starting fresh with, it is something that is meant for ourselves and meant to make us happy and meant to bring us peace, okay, with the Ace of Cups here. And whatever we decide to take with us, or whoever we decide to take with us on this new path, it is important that we remember to be diplomatic, that we remember to be compassionate, but it is time to put ourselves first when it comes to today's energy. so that we can fully invest in our new path. We can't start a new path if our energy is spread out in a million different directions because we're taking care of other people, or we're trying to help other people, or we're always thinking about other people. That's wonderful, but there's a time and a place for everything. And in order to have a healthy balance of give and take, yes, we are supposed to do things for other people if we can help, of course, absolutely. But it's just as important that we do things for ourselves and that we care for ourselves as much as we do for other people. And the energy that we're moving into tomorrow with is the Emperor, and this is a major arcana card. And with the Emperor, it is about ourselves, okay? This is us taking charge. This is us going to the next level, becoming a leader in our own lives, maybe inspiring others, but we're not doing things for them anymore, okay? With the Emperor, people can come to us for advice, people can come to us for guidance, and we will give them that advice and we will give them that guidance, but we will not do things for them. This is about being discerning with our resources because we have a bigger picture to consider when it comes to our own lives and our own plans and our own goals. And so it's starting to think in terms of what is actually helping someone and what is enabling that person. Maybe they could take care of themselves, but they don't for whatever reason. Do we really help by doing things instead of them or for them? Or are we just enabling them to stay in that state of mind and not deal with whatever issue they're trying to run away from? So with the Emperor, it's about taking it up a notch, going to the next level, and seeing everything from a bird's eye view. With the Queen of Swords, there may have been a time when we had to, get in there, pick up that sword and help them and do whatever we could with and for the people we loved, because we were that warrior. We had to protect them, we had to help them, we had to step in for them with the Queen of Swords here. But with the Emperor, this is a major arcana card, and it talks about, again, taking it up a notch, going up a level, and seeing things from a bird's eye view, and being a lot more discerning. We're still fair. We are discerning with our resources, because now we have the bigger picture, and now we can see where our resources are truly well spent or well invested, and where they may be wasted for whatever reason. Whether it's we're doing things for people who just take us for granted, or we're enabling someone as opposed to helping them. We're trying to help someone, but they're just missing the point. They're missing the bigger picture. And then they don't see that as help. And so they just, whatever, that's fine. That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to do this for me. And so with the Emperor, it's about, no, hold on. I'm responsible for myself. First of all, I need to take care of myself first of all if I'm ever going to be able to take care of other people. And so it's bringing that energy back to ourselves, and definitely not a selfish way, in a fair way, okay? And then we're still there for these people that we love, and we still help them, but it's more of a passive role that we have in the lives of the people we care for, because we give them the guidance, we give them the emotional support, the moral support, but we do not do things for them, okay? We don't do the things that they could do for themselves, but for whatever reason they choose not to, okay? And that's how we grow with the Emperor. That's how we become the Emperor. And it's about being fair. We know this is the fair thing to do. We know this is the healthy thing to do. And so we don't really doubt ourselves here, okay? That's what the Emperor is. He knows what the fair and right things to do is, and he just goes ahead, goes forward and does that. And he doesn't go into battle, although he could. He doesn't go into battle. He is the strategist. He prevents, if you will, having to go to war for something. He rules. He inspires. He doesn't have to go in and struggle to make something happen. And our guidance card is Burden. The number is 43. The number 43 adds up to a 7, and that is about our truth, seeking the truth, speaking the truth today. And so it may be that today we have some honest conversations with ourselves in terms of, okay, what am I really doing for myself versus what am I doing for others? Am I doing enough for myself here? Am I giving myself enough attention versus how much attention I give others? And if not, it's time to take some of that energy back so that we do take care of ourselves as well. For others, this is a conversation in terms of, again, what am I doing for other people that they could do for themselves? What started out as, I will help you this one time, and it turned into, you just took on that responsibility. Maybe today it's time to have that conversation, that honest, truthful conversation with compassion and diplomacy in terms of, this is really your responsibility and it's time for you to take it back. Okay, I have my own things to do. I have my own responsibilities. This is not one of them, so I helped as much as I could. Now it's time for you to pick this back up. You've seen what I did about it. You've seen how I handled it. You have something to go on, okay? It's time to take that responsibility back. And so releasing one burden or several in this kind of a way, with this kind of a honest, diplomatic, truthful conversation. And it is about thinking about the bigger picture. So again, being honest about, okay, what is it I truly want to do in my life? If, for example, I want to buy a house, I'm not really going to be able to buy a house, realistically speaking, if I keep giving away my money to people who could work for that money, but they choose not to, who are just complacent in a job that doesn't pay them enough, but they don't want to go through the trouble of, going out and finding another job. It's a very different situation when we help someone who truly cannot help themselves, who are in just a bad situation. That's a different situation. That's helping, truly helping, and we should, if we're able to do that, we should be able to help. But again, thinking about the bigger picture, like for example, if we keep supporting someone, let's just stick with a financial example. If we keep supporting someone financially, how long are we realistically going to be able to do that for? Would it be a better option to look into how we can get a job for that person so that they can start to help themselves? Okay, so it's about, again, thinking about, okay, what is a burden and what is something that, yes, I should be doing that because I can or because I choose to. And thinking about the bigger picture. Where is this going to take me 5 years from now? Is this something that I will be able to keep up? And if it doesn't affect you in any kind of a way, if it doesn't bother you, wonderful. But is it going to deplete my resources? And where are we gonna be then? When I won't be able to take care of this person, but I won't be able to take care of myself either. Is that really helping anyone? Because it's time for a new approach. It's time for a fresh beginning. Fresh start, and so it will come with some honest conversations. And remember, speak from a place of love, peace, compassion, understanding. But you do have to be fair to other people, but also to yourself here. And so for others, this is coming from the path we're on is burdening us unnecessarily, and maybe it's time to take a different look at things, a different kind of perspective, to see where we can release some of that burden so that we can be free and we can kind of be able to breathe on our own again. And for others, we will have opportunities for new beginnings today. And it is important that we take some time to consider, what are we really taking with us on this new path? And what doesn't need to be there anymore? Because it's just going to burden us, hold us down, slow us down, and maybe it doesn't really need to, okay? So that's our message for today. A very encouraging and empowering message. It's not selfish to ask that question, am I helping or am I enabling? It's really not selfish. It's the fair thing to do. And I firmly believe that if you truly want to help someone, you'll find the way to help them help themselves, as opposed to just enabling. And again, it's different situations and everyone's dealing with a lot of different things. When that person actually cannot help themselves, that's a very different ballgame. I'm just talking about the situations where they could help themselves, but they choose not to. Like someone at work that asks us to help them out, so that they can, spend more time on their lunch break because we're doing their work for them. That kind of situation. Someone who we've been helping and we've been carrying their load, for months or years. Maybe it's time to take a different approach on that, because a lot of our resources, more than we know, are invested there because we're always thinking about them, when actually we should be thinking about ourselves, or our dreams, our goals, our plans, where we could invest our own resources. That's the kind of situation that is addressed here, okay? Definitely not talking about the situations where our loved ones truly need our help. They cannot help themselves. They're just in a bad place, okay? And that's a different situation. But I hope I was able to deliver the message in a clear way. So we do have to come at it with love, with compassion, but fairness as well. And we do need to be truthful with ourselves and with other people today, in terms of where are we investing our resources of any kind, and thinking about that in terms of, is that the right thing to do? Is that the healthy thing to do? Is that helping? Or is it just a waste of investment, so to speak, because it's just enabling and that person's not getting it. That person's just taking it for granted. That person is expecting it now. They could take care of themselves, but they don't want to, and so on and so forth. So that is our message. I really hope that it makes sense and that it helps. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you for all your support. I do appreciate it. I will be posting the bi-weeklies shortly, so stay tuned for those. But yeah, let's have a great day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.